As Israeli forces advance into Gaza City, displaced Palestinians are sheltering in makeshift tents in Nusayrat with little access to clean water and basic needs. Families fleeing the fighting say conditions are dire, with many relying on water that lasts only a few days or resorting to seawater for cooking and cleaning. One displaced man said he had not showered for 10 days since leaving Gaza City. Israeli tanks have pushed deeper into the city as part of an offensive to eliminate Hamas. But the assault has caused massive destruction, a worsening humanitarian crisis, and widespread hunger. An Israeli airstrike has destroyed a key hospital run by the Palestinian Medical Relief Society in eastern Gaza, crippling vital health care services in the enclave. The six-story facility, serving up to 100,000 patients daily and home to Gaza's largest medical lab, was one of the last original clinics still operating. Its destruction follows strikes on three other PMRS centers in recent weeks, forcing a complete halt of services in Gaza City. Residents say half the neighborhood fled after the bombing, worsening the humanitarian collapse as the death toll climbs to 65,502 and over 167,000 injured since the war began. An Israeli airstrike on a house in Gaza City killed and injured civilians, including children, as residents searched through rubble and mourned loved ones. Footage showed smoke rising and people pulling casualties from debris after the strike, which residents say hit without warning. Families wept over shrouded bodies at a Shifa hospital, including children among the dead. The attack adds to Gaza's mounting civilian toll as Israeli operations intensify nearly 2 years into the war. Displaced Palestinians described dire living conditions in central Gaza as Israeli forces pushed deeper into Gaza City and fighting intensified. Families who fled the bombardment say even basic necessities are unavailable. Abdullah Yaghi said life's essentials are out of reach, while Ziad al-Mushal returned from the south after finding no shelter there. Israeli tanks continue advancing into Gaza City as Prime Minister Netanyahu heads to the United Nations and President Trump pursues a Gaza deal. The war has killed more than 65,000 Palestinians, while 48 of the 251 hostages taken in Hamas' October 2023 attack remain in captivity. Greta Thunberg joined activists aboard a flotilla bound for Gaza, accusing Israel of systematically starving the enclave and urging governments to halt arms transfer. Thunberg appeared in high spirits on deck near Crete as the global Sumud flotilla prepared its third attempt to challenge Israel's naval blockade. She cited UN findings to accuse Israel of genocide and warned of rising risks after drone attacks damaged several vessels. Israel denied the charges, calling the blockade a security measure. Italy and Spain have deployed Navy ships, while Greece pledged safe passage and alerted Israel to its citizens aboard. Spain's Navy vessel Furor set sail from Cartagena to support the global Sumud flotilla mission to deliver aid to Gaza and challenge Israel's blockade. The Furor departed early Friday to join Italy, which sent a frigate earlier this week in backing the civilian flotilla. The mission comes after the flotilla reported a drone attack near the Greek island of Gavados, which caused damage but no injuries. Previous attempts to breach the blockade were halted by Israeli forces, and heightened European involvement now signals growing political support for the mission. Spain's foreign minister said the Gaza Aid flotilla poses no threat, including to Israel, as Madrid offered assistance to Belgian citizens on board. José Manuel Alvarez said the mission's goal is purely humanitarian, to deliver food and aid to Gaza, and should not be opposed. Spain accepted Belgium's request to support its citizens aboard the flotilla and is in talks with Ireland and others about similar assistance. Alvarez stressed that the Spanish warship's mandate is limited to protecting civilians and ensuring aid reaches Gaza peacefully. European Council President Antonio Costa called Gaza's situation a humanitarian catastrophe and urged world leaders to act collectively to end the war. Speaking at the UN General Assembly, Costa accused Israel of using starvation as a weapon of war and demanded the unconditional release of hostages, a ceasefire, and full humanitarian access. He called for a renewed commitment to a two-state solution, saying the crisis underscores the need for global unity to resolve conflicts and protect the international law.